Hello, the Keen Witch here with the Tarotscopes for Aquarius season, Pisces sun, moon, and rising. Hello, my Pisces humans. This Aquarius season is really interesting. If you don't know what this is a Tarotscope. It is a tarot reading for the season of Aquarius, specifically for people who have heavy placements or major placements in Pisces. I also sprinkle a little astrology in here because I can't help myself. But this Aquarius season, we start off with that conjunction with Pluto, which really sets the tone and has really been popping up in my readings lately. So, just preparing you for that. Your kind of indicator card or theme card is air, the element of air. Interestingly enough, Aquarius is an air sign, you are a water sign. So, this is a call to embody those air qualities of intellect and thought and communication and process. You are currently housing the sign Pisces, Saturn. So you are already kind of feeling the Saturnian energy. The Saturn is influencing and flavoring everything that is going on in Aquarius season. So it's going to have a more Piscean vibe. And as kind of an exchange of energy, this card is calling for you to kind of also embody Aquarius energy, to really sit with your thoughts and the ideas that pop into your head, and to activate, those mental pathways that can lead you to your desires. So definitely connect to air things, singing, writing, um, talking to other people, building networks of communication. I will say it is going to feel very heavy in the earlier parts. We are still currently under that Mars retrograde in Cancer, which is a lot. It will not be over in Aquarius season, so that flavors all of this. It's also trine your sign, so very important for you as well. And if you have any Cancer placements, and then also, pardon me, we still have a build up towards the Venus retrograde that happens in Pisces season, eclipse season in Pisces season, Mercury retrograde in Pisces season. So just know that we're also, not only is a very kind of important and intense season, we are building towards eclipse season. We're still in like a mixed eclipse season where we have an eclipse in the later degrees of Virgo. Obviously, the sun will be in the later degrees of Pisces. And then we have that final Aries eclipse, and that's March 30th. So, just to put Aquarius season in context for us all, and because it is your season, the eclipses are deeply important to you. And, just check out where that is in your chart and to kind of do some rumination on what's been happening. That's also very air sign. So, integrating those things. We start off with a Four of Cups. I am very excited. For you all to have this. This is always the one of the most spiritual cards for me in a tarot deck. It is the card of hidden messages, and I often find that guides and energies and ancestors and spirits are always using this card to reach out to people. So look for the things that you're missing. Look for signs and interpretations. I do think maybe getting some kind of reading, astrology, tarot, any type of psychic gifting type thing, um, to get those messages. If you don't have access to that, you can just listen on your own. You don't always have to have a channel to give it to you. So, definitely take your time this season to appreciate the world around you and to listen to what the universe is saying to you. What are you missing? Um, we have the three cups in view, but there is that last cup that has something very special to us in it. So keep an eye out. It can be as simple as, something we really needed to hear, or comfort from someone who has passed over, or it could be the initiation of a whole new spiritual journey, And no small thing is really that small, and no real big thing is really that big. So keep that in mind. Then we move on to the moon, which, interesting, you do have the eclipses coming up in Pisces season. The lunar nodes have just shifted into your sign, so there is definitely an eclipse story happening here and a lunar story happening. Um, Also, I think it's important for you all to really be in touch with your feelings. I know you all have a lot of feelings often, but to make sure that you are grounded into them, that you allow yourself to feel them. It can be a gift to be able to let them pass over and through you, but I do think you're going to have to take some time to process them during this time, especially with Pluto being in Aquarius. It is a sign of secrets and deep, deep ancient understandings. And so it requires patience and time and introspection, if you will. Also, we have two, lunations in this season. We have the new moon in Aquarius, which has a trine to Jupiter. And then we also have, words, the full moon in Leo, which has a square to Uranus and a conjunction, the sun conjunction with Mercury is right around there. So if you want to, you should keep track of those. The new moon is on the 29th of February. And let me check my notes. And the full moon is on, as I'm like partially blind here, the 12th of February. Me being not great sight wise. I just don't like the glare on my glasses. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is time to really take care of yourself. It is not the time to disassociate from any health issues you've been having. This is the time to really buckle down and listen to your body and listen to your needs. Saturn often has a lot to do with the health and restrictions and, moments of impact. So please take your health seriously and listen to your body. If you are tired, slow down. If you have energy, move. It doesn't need to be complicated. Just simple, thoughtful, tender care is called for this season. And it can feel like we're slowing down, which we're already forced to with the Mars retrograde. It can feel like we're slowing down, but the things that we do to take care of ourselves make us more secure for the future, which allows us to speed up when it is time to speed up, aka on the other side of all of these retrogrades. So take care of yourself, listen to your body. I also think maybe investing a little bit in your home and making sure you're creating a space that is good and healthy for you, that the people you are with are also nurturing and caring, and you're able to do the same for them. Just taking stock of your personal spaces and the care that you deserve and need. Partially because we do have a Ten of Swords, which are sweet. Aquarians also ended up with this card as their first card. And this is your last card, with the exception of the bottom of the deck, which I like to read. And this is about overwhelm and too much of anything. Can be a very wounding card. It can feel like nothing is okay when you experience this card. It is the card of exhaustion. Um, Similar to the Ten of Wands, but not exhaustion because you're doing too much, but exhaustion because too much has happened to you. Um, so take that time, kind of go back to this Queen of Pentacles and take care of this part of self, this time with yourself where it is all just too much. Let yourself put down stuff. You're not going to get a whole lot done in this season anyways, because these retrogrades are just going to pull it right back. What happens in times like this. Let that be what it needs to be. And then last but not least, we do have Two of Swords. This is the bottom of the deck. This is kind of our little reminder card. Two of Swords, there are going to be decisions. Allow yourself to sit in the decision making. Something else to remind people in retrogrades, one of two things often happens. Either something is taken out of your hand and it just happens the way it is. I had a friend contact me um, literally yesterday and mentioned that some job came up that they weren't expecting to come through. And that day they also got laid off. So that's an example of it being out of your hands. But when the decision is in your hands, do not feel the pressure to rush, right? It's either going to be the universe takes it and does the thing for you, or you need to sit with it, because we are in a Mars retrograde. There is no need to rush. Also, if someone is rushing you, they rarely have good intentions. I have never known someone to rush someone in a decision um, who, unless there's like actual physical restrictions that they can't control, um, who weren't trying to pull something over on that person. I'm specifically thinking about career stuff, not interpersonal stuff. So take your time with your decisions. Also, know that sometimes it can seem like it's only one way or the other. Look and see if there is an option where you can do both and. Not everything has to be either or, and that is kind of the lesson of the Two of Swords. Anyways, my loves, this is your Tarotscope for this season. You can ask me any questions in the comments. Um, Thank you for bearing with me. This is me doing long form, and I'm autistic. It can be hard for me to kind of pull myself together to do something new. Even just the camera being switched to horizontal is freaking me out. But I love you all. I know this season feels overwhelming. I am excited for the deep internal journey you're going to be on. Um, and batten down the hatches for eclipse season. It's going to be something else. I love you all, and I will see you in a different space and time. The Blessed Aquarius.